Attention passionate Philadelphia, EAGLES FANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Philadelphia Eagles' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Philadelphia Eagles fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS and Philadelphia, EAGLES FANS. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, if you've been paying close attention to the NFL rumors swirling around, you've probably heard whispers about a potential blockbuster trade that could reshape the landscape of the NFC East, and more specifically, give a huge boost to the Philadelphia Eagles. That's right, we're talking about the possibility of the Tennessee Titans trading their star wide receiver, Calvin Ridley, to the Eagles, and the implications of such a move are nothing short of game-changing. This isn't just about adding another player. It's about a strategic move that could elevate the Eagles' offense to new heights and solidify their position as serious contenders for this season's Super Bowl. Let's back up a bit and talk about Calvin Ridley himself, because this guy is no ordinary receiver. He's an explosive talent, an All-Pro in 2020, and one of the most dynamic wideouts in the league when healthy. His PFF receiving grade, for example, is a solid 87, 2 across his career, which tells you he's not just fast but also precise and reliable in his route running and catching ability. Over his career, Ridley has accumulated more than 800 receiving yards and 36 touchdowns across 70 games. In 2024, he's been impressive with the Jacksonville Jaguars, racking up over 16 yards and 7 touchdowns so far, boasting an 82, 4 PFF grade and a yards after catch average of 5.8, which puts him in the top 20 among wide receivers. His deep ball ability is noteworthy, with 45% success on air yards over 15 yards, making him a perfect fit for a team like the Eagles that loves to stretch the field. But why would the Titans, a team currently in rebuild mode and struggling at 0-3 with a defense giving up 30 points per game, be willing to part ways with Ridley? Well, it's all about the bigger picture. Tennessee's management is clearly focused on the future, especially with their young quarterback, Will Levis. The Titans are stockpiling draft picks, including a third-round pick in 2026, and they are prioritizing a rebuild that centers around developing their new quarterback and shoring up their cap space, which is about $2 million freed up by the trade. Their struggles are evident. They're giving up an average of almost 30 points per game, and their offensive line has been in shambles, allowing around 4.8 sacks per game. It's clear that the Titans are looking to build through the draft, focusing on developing Levis and accumulating young talent, rather than overpaying for veteran receivers like Ridley, especially with his recent injury history, including a hamstring issue in 2024 that caused him to miss 1 game. Now, let's talk about what this trade could mean for the Eagles, because, honestly, if it happens, it's a huge win for Philadelphia. Adding Ridley would give Jalen Hurts a true deep threat and a receiver capable of winning contested catches with his 91.8 contested catch percentage. Ridley's ability to stretch defenses with his speed and big play potential would complement the likes of A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith perfectly. For the Eagles, this isn't just about adding a good receiver. It's about transforming their offense into a more explosive, dynamic unit that can challenge defenses on all levels. His yards per route run, which is over 2.1, and his separation stats, which show he gains about 1.8 yards more per route than the current WR3, indicate that he can create separation and be a consistent deep threat. Imagine the possibilities when Ridley lines up alongside Brown and Smith. Defenses would have a nightmare trying to cover all three. This move would also significantly impact the Eagles' efficiency on third downs and red zone efficiency, as Ridley is known for his ability to make contested catches and convert critical third downs. His yards after catch, averaging 5.8 yards, means he can turn short passes into big gains, keeping drives alive and putting more points on the board. That's exactly what the Eagles need to elevate their offensive numbers, especially considering they're currently averaging around 24 points per game, which is decent but not elite. With Ridley, they could push that number closer to 28, maybe even higher, especially in high-stakes situations. From a strategic perspective, This trade also helps the Eagles in terms of their division rivals. The Cowboys and Giants are always tough opponents, and adding a player of Ridley's caliber makes the Eagles even more formidable. This move could shift the balance of power in the NFC East, giving Philly a clear edge in the upcoming battles. Plus, the trade could serve as a signal to the rest of the league that the Eagles are serious contenders and willing to make bold moves to secure a Super Bowl. The NFC is highly competitive, with teams like the 49ers, Seahawks, and Lions all vying for supremacy, but Philadelphia's strategic acquisitions, like this potential addition, could be the difference maker. Now, let's think about the broader picture. The NFL trade deadline is always filled with surprises, and teams like the Titans are looking to maximize their draft capital and rebuild intelligently. They're betting on young talent and future picks, rather than trying to compete immediately. Meanwhile, the Eagles are in a different phase. They're pushing for championships now, and adding a player like Ridley fits perfectly into their championship window. It's a move that not only boosts their offense but also sends a message. Philadelphia is all in this season, and they're willing to do whatever it takes to get back to the Super Bowl. The odds for the Eagles to win the Super Bowl are already looking attractive, with current betting lines showing around plus 900, but if this trade goes through, those odds could drop even further, perhaps to plus 700 or better. That's a testament to how impactful Ridley could be. And for the Titans, this move makes sense too. They're at plus 15-0 odds as they focus on their rebuild, and acquiring draft picks is their priority right now. This trade could be seen as a pivotal moment for both teams, marking a shift in their strategies and future trajectories. Of course, all of this hinges on whether the trade materializes, but the rumors are gaining momentum, and the NFL community is buzzing about the potential impact. For the Eagles, it's about seizing that opportunity, making a bold statement to the league, and strengthening their roster for a deep playoff run. For the Titans, it's about building their future, accumulating draft assets, and developing young talent like Levis, who has shown flashes but still needs seasoning. So, Eagles fans, what do you think? Is Calvin Ridley the missing piece that could push your team over the edge? Would you welcome this addition with open arms? Or do you think the Eagles should focus elsewhere? Whatever your opinion, one thing is for sure: this trade rumor, if it becomes reality, will be a game changer in the NFC East and the NFL as a whole. Stay tuned, because I'll be here to break down every detail, every twist, and every turn as this story unfolds. The Eagles are always about making bold moves, and this could be one of the biggest ones yet. Remember, the NFL season is unpredictable, but one thing is for certain: with Ridley in the fold, Philadelphia's offense could become one of the most explosive in the league, and their Super Bowl aspirations will be stronger than ever. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Philadelphia Eagles news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Philadelphia Eagles fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you believe Ridley is the perfect piece to complete your offense? Are you excited about the potential of this trade, or do you think the Eagles should hold steady and focus on other areas? Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Philadelphia Eagles. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Philadelphia Eagles news. This team is always moving, always evolving, and with moves like this on the horizon, the future looks incredibly promising for Philly. Thanks for sticking with me, and as always, go Birds.